I got an opening. Um, so I had a craving for a burger. I got
Yep.
a layover, and I walk up to this organic fair trade thing in Minneapolis. You know me, I'm a good liberal. So I get up there, and instead of getting a regular burger, I got a turkey burger.
Yeah.
I should have gotten a regular burger. Okay, should have gotten
Exactly.
a regular burger. What did Tim Wall say? Turkey's not meat.
No, turkey is a meat. No, no, not a meat. You're right. Turkey is not a meat in Minnesota. That's what he said. Yes. Yeah, because his daughter's a
That's right.
vegetarian. And he goes, let's go get a
I should
turkey
have
leg
listened.
at the state fair. She's like, I'm a vegetarian, Dad. He goes, no, turkey's not a meat. Okay.
I should have
Uh,
listened to Tim Wall.
you get off the plane in Minneapolis, man, the first seven restaurant food places you're going to see are going to be organic, fair trade,
I know. I
vegetarian.
love it here.
All
I
right.
love it here. It's great. It's great. Hey, do
So,
Democrats run the state? Maybe
yeah, yeah, at least that area of it. Yes.
this area.
But quick
All right.
aside, not a small point. When Tim Walz wins the vice presidency, the lieutenant governor in that state, who's going to who will ascend to governor, is going to be the first Native American governor in American history. All right.
American history. Yeah, she,
Yes, exactly.
a woman.
Yes.
She will be. Yes,
Yeah.
lots of big changes very quickly here in America. Another thing that's going to be quick is this podcast episode because we're saving a lot of good things for this evening,
We
right?
got a bunch of, yeah, we got to push it to tonight, everybody. Push you all to tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific time. We're gonna have a Common Power update. We're gonna talk about threats to democracy that we're paying attention to. We're gonna talk about needs in the field, and we're gonna talk about
Yep,
some data that tell us about what's going on in the election. Okay,
exactly.
5 o'clock tonight,
But five
Pacific.
o'clock Pacific,
5 o'clock Pacific. Yep.
since
This
again, hundreds of new people from around the country just joined us.
right there from Newfoundland, probably too. All right. From
Dude, there was a guy from Amsterdam knocking doors with us in Pennsylvania. I kid you not, in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Mary told me about somebody who flew in from Austria, right? And
Hmm.
came to canvas with us and then was busing to Michigan to
Oh wait, is that it? Maybe it's Austria.
to
I said
canvas with us
Amsterdam.
in
It's the
Michigan.
same guy.
Okay, yeah. Amsterdam, Austria. That's pretty good for you. Same, like
Yeah, I don't know. I
it's
don't
like
know.
there, over there. Okay.
Starts
So
with an A.
it's 12:13 p.m. Pacific time right now. Charles has to board a flight in 7 to 12 minutes. Okay. So
That's right.
we're we want to do a quick kind of things here about field work. So go ahead and go for
Yes,
it, man.
very quick. All right, so we hit a milestone a few days ago. 2, 3 days ago, we talked about it. 100,000 doors for the year, first time ever. We
Wow.
then immediately set a goal. It's the first time ever for CP. We then immediately set a goal for 150,000 and proceeded to knock on 10,000 doors a day across the country over this last weekend.
Okay.
10,000 doors a
Yeah.
day
Yeah.
in the Common Power Network. Specifically, though, and we're going to zero in on two states because this is where you're going to be there Friday. The
Yeah.
entire fieldwork team is going to be there in Arizona. And then the fieldwork team is going to fly over to Pennsylvania and we'll end in Pennsylvania, possibly the most consequential state in the election this year. So in Pennsylvania, we knocked on almost 8,000 doors over the weekend.
Okay.
And these are rural doors. We're going up to farm doors. We are, there's like dudes with shotguns kind of thing. Okay.
Okay.
8,000 doors is nothing small. In Arizona, 15,000 doors,
This weekend.
4 days, just this weekend.
Wow. Okay.
15,000 doors we did.
Okay.
So as I was walking through the airport, I was like, David, tell us about how consequential these were in some of the races. What I know is that we won Pennsylvania in 2020 by 17,000 votes. And then we won Arizona by 50, right?
you're in the ballpark on both of
Am
these.
I in the ballpark?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All
you
right.
are.
All right.
Like
Okay.
if you were given a lecture and I was in the audience, I would not stand up to correct at this moment. I'd be like, that's close enough. That's close enough. All right.
What is it? Help me out. Help me
Yeah,
out.
no, that's okay. The only reason I know exactly is because I just looked up. So I'm going to show them here in a second.
All
But
right. Good. Good. Good.
but I just want to put in context. I got a question. So 8,000 in Pennsylvania, 15 in Arizona this past weekend. Plus, we've been in both states a couple other weekends already,
Yeah.
and we're going to be in both states again this coming weekend. So those numbers are
And
like
also earlier this year.
right.
Yeah.
There may be 20% of the, or maybe there might even be like 10% of like our total universe in those states for the whole
Oh
year.
yeah.
Okay.
Easy. Yeah.
So here's some data that I just pulled together. It's gonna be like, wow, he's really on top of it. No, this only took me like 10 minutes. Okay. To like once you know where you're going and what to look for. This is
That also sounds like you're on top of it, by the way. Go ahead.
CP the final stretch. That's what we're, of course, we're calling this period of time, our last period of the campaign, the last stretch for us. And quick aside, folks, you are really stepping up to support our field work right now. We are getting
Totally.
tremendous support. Thank you.
People
And
are
we need
giving it all they got. And I got a
exactly.
story or two at the end of this to show you just how much they're giving. But go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. So here's I pulled together last couple elections for Arizona and PA. Here's Arizona in 2018 when the very first Democrat to kind of begin to flip the state was Kirsten Sinema. Today, Sinema not sufficiently Democratic for us, but at the time it was a revolution in Arizona politics.
Hmm.
All right. She won by 56,000 votes in 2018. Okay, at the Senate level. In the governor's election in 2022, 4 years later, Katie Hobbs, she won by 17,000 votes. Okay.
Hmm.
17,000. For the attorney general this past election in
Yeah.
2022,
Super tight election. Yeah.
Chris Mays won by less than 300 votes. All right.
Yeah. And we carried lit for him. We definitely knocked on doors for that guy last cycle.
Uh, Sorry, that's Chris Mays. She's a female, but it's okay.
Oh, shoot. My bad.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. So, if I didn't correct that one, we were going to get like 75 emails from people. All right. Okay.
100%. You got to do
Okay.
those, man. I'm just the guy fly by in the airport. You're the guy in the chair. All right.
I know it happens sometimes when I'm out knocking doors. I'm like, if I don't know the candidate, they'll ask a down ballot question. They'll be like, how's Jackson? What do you think of Jackson? I'm like, Jackson's great. Okay. Okay.
I'd travel and knock doors for so many different candidates. I use the wrong candidate in the wrong state sometimes. All right.
All
What do you
right.
got?
Those are statewide numbers. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. We're also knocking, the doors we're knocking in this election are in the first and the sixth congressional districts. Is that
Yep.
correct?
That's exactly right.
These are
Tucson and Phoenix.
two very competitive districts in the state of Arizona for the U.S. House. Here was the general election in 2022 in the first. David Schweikert won by 3,000 votes, all right, in the first congressional district. Quick aside, Schweikert was recently, a recording was unearthed that shows him from a couple of years ago, pretty recently, I think post Dobbs, saying that women who have abortions hate their country. All right. All right.
Wow. That guy
So
really wants to lose.
so
Okay.
Schweikert is definitely got a target on his back, and I think we're going to beat him this time. And then in the sixth in 2022, Juan Ciscomani had won by 6,000 votes, and Kirsten Engel, who was
He's
lost,
running again.
is running again,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And Engel has been supported by several people we know. And quick fun fact is somebody who's a big supporter of Common Power personally knows Kirsten Engel. Apparently, they went to school together or something like that. Okay.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Well, hopefully she told her that we're out there pounding pavement for her.
I don't know. I'll ask. So this is Arizona. You want to say anything about Arizona? This is how close it was in Arizona in the last couple elections.
Yeah, I think that you know, last time we were there, we were only knocking on doors in Phoenix. And I think if we would have been involved in Tucson last cycle, maybe we could have made a change there. But we have already knocked on enough doors to flip both of these.
To flip both of
So
these. and
Yeah.
to win, to hold the presidency, to win the Senate for Ruben Gallego. And then I didn't get a chance to get it up on my screen, but the state legislature in
Oh
Arizona,
yeah.
the state
Yeah.
ledge is a 2-seat majority right now in both houses
Yeah.
for the Republicans, and we got a great chance to flip those.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we
Oh
we
yeah.
could,
And this
yes.
yeah, this is one of those, up and down the ballot kind of things. And the people we talk to, especially the ones that were switching parties, they're like up and down the ticket, man. Especially in Arizona, they're going all one side, and it's all blue.
And there's also an abortion rights enshrining access to abortion in the state constitution initiative, Prop 139. So yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to have we're going to have a lot of people in Arizona this weekend, right? For very good reason. This is it. This and PA, now I'm going to move over to Pennsylvania, are the two most important states in this election. Okay.
Yeah, just one more piece on that last piece on Arizona. I do not think that the abortion on the ballot is factored into the Trump Harris statewide. I don't think it is in the polling,
It's
but we'll
definitely
see.
going to
We'll see
help
the result.
Harris. There's no question.
Totally. All
Yep.
right, PA.
Okay, this is 2016. I know this is painful. In 2016, Donald Trump beat Hillary Clinton by 40, I'm sorry, no, 40, 70, 40, 44,000 votes. 44,000 votes. Okay, out of almost 6 million. All right. In 2020, Joe Biden won the state by 80,000 votes. All right, little over 80,000 votes. Um, Again, that time, look at how many more votes there were in 2024, man. I mean, sorry, 2020. Look at how many more votes there were. There were another
Yeah.
700,000 votes. All right.
Yeah. 2016 was a turnout problem for sure.
Exactly. Um, so we know that this is going to be a close state. Now we are working in the 8th congressional district for a chunk of our work there for a guy named Matt Cartwright. Matt Cartwright is one of the few Democrats who hold a U.S. House seat in the country that is in a pro-Trump district. All right. It's a Trump plus 5 or 6 district. You notice that Charles is getting his luggage ready because he's got to go. So Cartwright's in a R+7 district, essentially. Cartwright won by 13,000 votes. This is in 2020, all right, against this guy, Jim Bognet. Bognet runs against him in 2022, figuring that, hey, this is going to be a good Republican year. And it was. Nationally, the Republicans had a +2 turnout advantage over the Dems in 2022. But still, Cartwright held his seat. He held his seat this time by 6,000 votes, all right? 7,000 votes. No, yeah, 7. So Cartwright, he's the one who asked for us to come, right?
Yeah, that's what we spent this past weekend. That's why we were in Wilkes-Barre this past weekend, explicitly for him. But we carried Harris Lit as well, so I think that was a part of the deal with them. The thing that I realized though, there was this funny moment. We went to a rally, went to a Cartwright rally, and one of the volunteers afterwards asked, "Would there have been a rally if Common Power weren't there?" Because there was this moment where this DC organizer, somebody who's paid to like manage the volunteers and everything, he gets up at the end of Cartwright addressing, and he's not like super charismatic dude, right? So she
Cartwright,
gets up and she
yeah.
gets up and she's like rallying people, and then she goes, "All right, so we're gonna do some training. We're gonna do some minivan training. I need everybody who's here for volunteering to come to the front. I need Common Power. You guys go to the back. You guys do your own training. You don't need training, okay?" And then she's on the mic, and then everybody moves to the back, like the whole crowd moves. And she goes, "No, no, I make Common Power only. Only Common Power go to the back." And then the whole crowd's moving to the back. And she's like, "What is going on?" And she goes to one of our team leads, Chuck, and she goes, "How many people did you bring? These are your people?" He's like, "Yes, these are all of our people. Your whole rally is us." It was 130 people, and we were the Matt Cartwright rally.
In Pennsylvania, just to finish that too, the state house is a 1-seat
Yeah.
Democratic majority, and the state Senate is a 6-seat Republican majority, which means if you flip
Mm-hmm.
3 seats, you get to even. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
so the Dems have a great chance to flip the state Senate in Pennsylvania and hold the House. So
Yeah. The House
both
was up for grabs 4 times last year, I think, and we were there each time.
because people kept like resigning or retiring or whatever, right?
It's just random reasons, and then they're like, we need you guys back. That's why we have a good relationship with their senior leaders.
So in Pennsylvania as well as Arizona, multiple races up and down the ticket. And tonight we'll talk about this on the CP final stretch event. But Trump is already blasting the state for cheating. All right. He's lining it up to lose the state and he wants to, set up the legal cases. We'll talk about that in Threats to Democracy tonight. All right. So
Yeah, that's good. That's also where he did the rally in Allentown, um, right in the middle of a 500,000 Puerto Ricans. So maybe we'll talk about that a little bit too. They could win us the state there. Um, so one more thing before we go.
yeah.
I just want to give everybody an idea of just how flippable Trump voters are. Um, we did our debrief every evening. We do a debrief. We did our debrief last night, and somebody who hadn't spoken spoke for the first time and told a story about her first day. And I want to, you know, if she's going to be at the event tonight, I'll let her tell the full story. But the pieces that matter the most are this: she walks up to a door that has a Trump flag outside.
Oh my.
Okay. Her first door was CP, maybe her first door ever knocking on doors. All
Okay.
right. And it's her plus Hayden. Okay. One of our Action Academy
Hayden's one of our
students.
younger dudes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. And he's really good at doors. And they walk up to the door together. They decide to walk up to this door, and he he opens the door and starts talking to him. And he says, I'm open to thinking about Harris,
Oh,
with a Trump flag hanging in front of his house.
wow.
He doesn't tell them to leave. He doesn't say automatically I'm voting for Trump. He he's open minded about being moved over to Harris.
Wow.
That's what those are the doors that we're knocking on. It Every Trump sign is not a Trump vote. It's not, and it looks like it because he's inundating the state with signs. There are
Yeah.
people who
Yeah.
have, the farmland, the story about like the farmland and the giant sign isn't 100 voters. It's just one dude on the farm that's going to
Right.
vote for Trump. But they're swayable. They really are swayable, and it's story after story after story of folks from doing the work in Pennsylvania that are convincing voters to move, that are at least making them doubt voting for Trump. That's how we're going to win this. That is exactly how we're going to win this.
It will be, and I think we are going to win it, but I'll just keep cautious about this. If we win it by flipping some chunk of Republicans to vote for Harris, and move independents from a +5 Democratic to a +15 Democratic, then
Yeah.
those are the kind of shifts that we can build upon big time going
Yes.
forward.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And for future elections, I
Yes.
think that there was a lot of talk when Harris was named about her rebuilding the Obama coalition. That's not what this is. This
Mm.
is a new thing. This is a brand new thing. And my sense is that, again, I said this before, is that it's not going to cut across race, or ethnicity. It's going to cut across class and income, actually. And that is a larger issue that we have about wealth inequality, and the system just not working for folks. And I know that the party that's going to fix it is ours. In the meantime, though, we're going to have to. This is what's real. The coalition is going to look like people who have the education and financial privilege to rise above mis and disinformation, and also not be knocked down completely by wealth inequality in this country. So that's how we're going to win. And I appreciate how you're being cautious. I don't know. There's a story out today about the margin of error. I don't know if you saw that, but the margin of error says that it's going to be a blowout either way. That there's no way it's going to be a close election. So I don't know, man. I'm going blowout our way.
Okay, I know,
Blowout
absolutely.
our way. All right.
Okay, well, hey, we'll
Okay.
see you in a
Let me
couple
get this
hours.
plane.
You'll be in Seattle when we see you for the Zoom later today. Okay.
That's right. Yeah. Can you make a phone call to Delta and tell them that my flight can't be delayed? I have a major event. Okay.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Chris Melro for the cookies that you made that you dropped off at the I just was by the office and it picked up the office. I do want you to know that they didn't all get to me like they were supposed to. All right, they have not.
No, yeah, this is really, you never go to the office. You've been to the office like 4 times last year. So for you to make another trip to the office is really, it's suspicious. And I know why all the cookies didn't get to you because some of them have nuts in them.
Oh,
Okay.
they
Those are
they
for
just gave
me.
a they randomly picked them. So some have got nuts for me and some don't. And I think the ones without the nuts are better. Yes, but they're both really good. But I will say that they didn't all get out the door to me, and that there's clearly a coup going on here. All right.
That's a, no, no, no. It's not a coup, man. I'm in charge.
Right. This is
It's not a coup.
this is
This
a
is the system working like it's supposed to.
this is policy number five now. Policy number
Ye-
5 at Common Power.
yes. The system is working as intended. Thank you for your service, David.
Yep. Thanks, Chris.
All right.
We'll see you in a couple hours, man. Okay.
See ya. All right. Bye.
So Charles is off to catch a flight in Minneapolis. He'll be here in Seattle in a
No,
couple
I'm back.
hours. What?
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna set the story straight on the cookies, man, but it was gonna.
Yeah. Aha. I got
No,
you.
I was just given the kind of like television anchor wrap up. That's all. All right.
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead. I'll let you do your thing, but I'm gonna watch this before the event tonight. So
Okay.
behave yourself. People in the comments, I get these alerts on my phone. So if he goes off the rails here, just at me on the comments, please. All right.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha. So thank you, Charles, for your time. Thank you for your work. I think you should catch the flight. But folks, Charles's first love is coffee. All right, coffee. Like this guy worked at Starbucks. He practically created some of their brands. I don't know. Worked his way up. So if like he get it, buy him or make him. That's even better. Some really good coffee. All chocolate chip cookies are not as adequately appreciated by him as they are by me. Now, he does love a good nut infused chocolate chip cookie, but pure chocolate chip cookies, ideally with semi-sweet chocolate, but milk is also good. Okay, milk chocolate. Really should probably just be mailed to my house directly. Okay, so if you want to help on that, that's one of the ways you can support us in this final stretch. Coffee for Charles, cookies for me. Folks, you're awesome. Thanks everybody for what you're doing. This final stretch is all of us. Time and treasure for every one of us. Every single one of us. Let us all know in 6 days that we left it all, that we left it all in the field for this election. All right. Hope you can join us this evening for the Zoom for our final stretch. I'll see you again tomorrow on the pod. If not, bye.